Okay, hello everyone and welcome to Frontier Opening Bell. It's the Friday, the final trading day of the week. If you look very carefully, it's the final trading Friday in the month of June. So let's bring you up to speed very quickly how the markets finished off across a number of African markets. On Thursday, the Nigerian stock market was a little bit on the upside. Went about 0.5%, holding the trajectory it went to on Wednesday. The shares of MTN Nigeria climbed roughly 4%, about 3.9%. We saw a few gains also in among the banking names within the Nigerian market space as well. So that was positive reading. Now look at the other markets in Africa. The stock market in Johannesburg, in Cairo, Egypt, ETX, the PRVM, all finished off on a mixed note because of a pressure that we saw from the global marketplace as well. So for the rest of the frontier markets in Africa that we tracked a little bit choppy with the rest of other markets developed around the world. Keep that in mind. Let's move on to quickly what's making the headlines across the East African business community with the president of the AfDB, Dr. Adesina, saying Africa must end its dependence on imports of food and pharmaceuticals from around the world. And he was speaking as part of the panel at the Commonwealth Head of a Government meeting in Kigali, as well as the Commonwealth Business Summit. The World Bank has pledged about $2.3 billion support to tackle Africa's food insecurity. That goes in line with what Dr. Adesina of AfDB was talking about. Africa must now depend on its own food security. And Air Tanzania says it's looking to resume direct flights to China as the world's second largest economy begin to reduce restrictions around the COVID-19 pandemic. And Tanzania says reforms will bring the country's agri sector, which will include digital using technology, will help the country's agricultural output increase by about 10% by the year 2030. And activists have been able to convince at least 20 banks not to finance the multi-billion-dollar East Africa oil pipeline project that is now being really putting back on the block. Uganda, Tanzania, and a few other African countries in East Africa are involved in the projects, but the activists are saying no more funding by banks for fossil fuel or hydrocarbon projects. Let's check in with West Africa. By the way, quite a bit of big stories making the headlines. The Nigeria Vice President, Professor Emilio Shibajo, yesterday flagged off the Human Capital Development strategy document for Nigeria and ECOWAS. The event, which was held in Abuja, Nigeria's political capital, was well attended by vice presidents of a number of West African countries, including Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau, as well as the head of ECOWAS. In the meantime, the British International Investment is planning $200 million in investment in Africa's hydropower industry that relates to clean energy. And the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, as well as the UN Agency on Food, Agriculture and Organization, or FAO, has put out a new report that shows how to decarbonize the agri-food systems in line with the whole decarbonization of the global and the environment due to climate change being talked about. And Africa Trade Insurance has reported $3 million in underwriting profit for the full year 2022. That news came in through this week. And the UK regulator has fined Ghana's International Bank £2.5 million. Let's move on and talk about the Southern Africa business and economic headlines. Inflation was the big story for Africa's second largest economy, now outside the target set by the South African Reserve Bank. In the meantime, the government of President Ramaphosa has been sued over the sale of the shares in South African Airways in that 51 billion rand deal. And the yield on South Africa's 10-year bond is eased to about 10.2%, down from 10.45%. Rising yield on Eurobond has kept Kenya and Nigeria away from issuing fresh global debt paper since the year started. And ESCOM has walked out of wage negotiations with union, but there is no strike action on the table. least for now. And Cellulant is partnering with 5 water utility companies in Zambia to ensure water sustainability, while Zambia Telecom is looking to create 1,500 direct and indirect jobs in the Southern African economy of Zambia. Let's sum it up for you in North Africa. As always, let's take in state from Egypt, where the economy is on a good trajectory, and President El-Sisi's government signing a number of deals with countries within and outside the region. So the United States says it's welcome the Egypt, Lebanon, Jordan gas deal. That goes into another deal in which Egypt is signing a deal with Lebanon and Syria to supply natural gas. In the meantime, Egypt and Qatar have signed an MOU on financial policy coordination between the two countries in Egypt, North Africa, and Qatar in the Middle East. And Egypt-German trade exchange was a total of about 5.1 billion euros for the full year 2021. And finally, we have the Morocco's inflation reading at about 5.9% last month. That's just more than 14-year high for the very particular North African economy. And that's about it for this Friday, the 24th of June. I am Busi Namafaya. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. And this is your Frontier Opening Bell. You can go on our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports to watch this show, as well as other videos, special reports that we have. Then, of course, you can go on our website, www.frontierafricareports.com, to read up our stories and watch our shows, as well as our live streaming when we have them. Then, of course, on social media, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. Bye for now. Have a great day.